Hi, Leslie. How you doing? I've got your work up here. So, a few things that we could definitely recommend for improvement. There's a lot of missing requirements in the assignment here. So basically, what is missing is the the masked image. This is the masked image, but it's your main image. The masked image is required. Well, it's recommended to be a supplemental image, something that you can add in conjunction with the main image. Now, my recommendation is to include one main image in the background and then maybe just one or two pieces of the masked image to reinforce the visual engagement of the ad. A couple of other missing requirements. We don't have the contact information is needed. Also, don't forget the type requirements: Arial bold for the headline, Arial bold italic for the subhead, and Arial regular for the body copy. I think there are some missing connections in the ad. For example, right now there's no correlation between the imagery and the message in the ad. So that can definitely be improved. Now, my recommendation at this point is to do this, and I'm just going to jump over here. I'm going to go over to the course announcements, and I really, really encourage you to do the same. And what you want to do is scroll all the way down to the examples. I left a bunch of examples way back in week 1. And you can see these. This is the general formula that works out very well. That meaning being this: you have one main background image, okay, that reinforces the message in the type. Then you have a masked image, again, that somehow reinforces the message, okay? So you have a background image, a masked image, headline, subhead, body copy, logo, contact information. And we see that again in all of these. So background image, headline, subhead, paragraph of body copy, masked image, contact information, logo. And we see that formula working over and over and over again. And I would like to see you employ that formula in this work. So again, in summary, what I would do is place a nice Caribbean related image as your background. And then what I would do is place a headline, a subhead, paragraph of body copy, the masked image down around the bottom somewhere, contact information, and then the logo. Okay, and then also one other thing I've noticed, and you'll see this as I zoom in. As we zoom in, we can see that these are very, very pixelated. See those little squares right there? So this image is definitely indicative of a low resolution image. My recommendation is to use a higher quality. Now, let me just zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. See all those little squares? See how damaged these images are when you zoom in? That's indicative of a low resolution and or low quality image. So you want to make sure you're using only high quality images. My next recommendation is to include the bleed. And that is covered again in the announcements area, and everything is covered in the announcements area. So let me see, the bleed is right here. Well, here's how to embed. Here's how to create your page 2 composition. That's back in week 2. That shows you how to create the bleed as well. So I would consider taking a look therein so we can include that bleed in the composition. Okay, so those are my recommendations, and if you have any questions, please let me know. But we definitely need to see those, a lot of that stuff being addressed, because right now there's just not enough here to transition this into the banner ad. Okay, so I would like to see you make those necessary changes, and be sure they're in place for your final submission coming up here very quickly in week 7. And I would actually like to see this a couple of times more, so you have a couple of checkpoints before your final submission. So go ahead and make the necessary adjustments, and then either resubmit here or email me. I can get comments that way. Or, you know, the better idea is just to post it right in the general comments area of, the general questions area of the classroom. I'll see it there, and I'll be able to provide robust critique once you have made the required changes to the ad. Okay, of course, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much.